tonight I'm here with Mr. Sho Kosugi. Sho, it's very nice to have you on the program.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'm glad you came, and I know that our viewers are going to be very thrilled for their little clips that we're going to show them a little later in the program.
Yes.
And I understand you have a movie coming out.
Yes, movie title called Pray for Death. Open this Friday, all over New York.
Okay, so this film will be playing in the New York area for the next few weeks. I'm sure that all of you viewers will get a chance to see it. The people who watch this program are very interested in the martial arts and some of the specifics about kendo, iaido, ninjutsu.
Yes.
And I thought I'd ask you, what styles of ninjutsu exist in Japan today?
In Japan. Well, we have some few. Some ancestors are not sure, but we have like Igaryu style ninjutsu, Kogaryu, Kishiryu. By the way, Stephen Hayes is teaching here in United States at Togakureryu. Dr. Hatsumi is a grandmaster. That's I heard. Yoshitsuneryu, and even the Kogaryu style has about 13 different branches. Igaryu have about 52 different branches, and so many existed.
So there are enough styles that it's possible we might never even hear of.
That's right. Yes, some of them family, tradition by family, ancestor, and they never tell. They never tell we are the ancestor from this family. Yes.
And the tradition of the ninja is still passed down from one generation to another.
Yes, but nowadays it's very hard to answer those questions because some of them not sure. And like Dr. Hatsumi, he has a studio. And teaching ninjutsu. He's, I think, only one person for the public in Japan. Maybe some of them teaching behind the house with the family. It's never known.
The traditional training of the ninja still includes hard conditioning and acrobatics and things that you wouldn't see in a normal, say, karate style. Or
yes, as you know, ninjutsu use lots of different weapons, various weapons. We have about, even my style has about 600 to 700 different weapons. And you got to be familiar with all the different weapons. And you have to know usage. And this particular motion occasion, you have to use this kind of weapon. Even though we have a basic about 10 different weapons, which always use it, rest of them are all beside, occasion. But it's very tough, and you have to train acrobatic movement too, because regular martial art, for example, karate, you have a kicking, punching techniques, but you don't have enough acrobatic movement. Like ninjutsu has, especially yubijutsu, talking about nothing but the finger, and the taido, which is the body movement, and kyudo, which is archery, and yarijutsu, which is spear, and a lot of different categories.
600 weapons?
Yes.
I'm somewhat of an informed person on the martial arts. I can't think of more than 50 or 60 that I've seen. That's amazing.
Yeah, but even the spear has, as I know, at least as I know, 25 different kinds of spears.
25 different shapes.
Yeah, shapes, different. Some of them long, some of them short, Shuriken, we call shuriken, even I know of them, but 150 different styles.
Different shape. Do these shurikens represent different styles, the different shapes?
Well, some shuriken in the movie, in Japanese movie, always use different style, use a different shuriken because easy to recognize. But lots of ninjas use the same kind of shuriken. Again, different province used to do little tiny different, yes. A lot of people misunderstanding shuriken. Shuriken has two different kinds, such as shaken, we call shaken or kurumaken, which is talking about the wheel, like wheel style, 4 point or 5 point, even a 9 point. Another one called bo shuriken, like regular dagger, regular like straight, yeah. And those are shuriken
This
style.
with a little like ribbon on it.
That's right, yes.
There's a question that I hadn't thought of, but it's one that interests me.
Yes.
You being a film star, or you've starred in 4 films,
yes.
and
actually I did 6 films.
Okay, 6 films. Excuse me, I have only on the list 4.
Yes.
You starred in 6 films. You have another one in the works.
Yes.
I wonder if when you were younger in Japan, And you went to the movies, the Kurosawa films, the Toshiro Mifune,
Yes.
and the Japanese films that I was brought up on, even though, oddly enough, being in the United States, I don't see many of them.
Yes.
I did see a few. Did they affect you? Did they make you want to be a movie star or a martial arts expert?
If you are born in Japan, and if you are Japanese, whether if you're a boy, if you're gonna be a baseball player, or a movie star, or let's see, small wrestler, they have a dream, you know.
Sure.
And I had a dream when I was small. I wanted to be a movie star, and also a baseball player.
We have a film clip of
Yes.
the movie Pray for Death, and I think we'll let the audience take a look at that right now.
That's great. And when I was 6 or 7 years old, I went to acting school. 6 months I was studying, but teacher doesn't like me. I mean, I was so active. By the time 6 or 7, I already taking martial art and doing a lot of things, and I couldn't sit down one place. And within the 6 months, teacher kicked me out of school, acting school. So I don't think you're gonna be a star. You know, I mean, you better stay with martial art or something else. And after that, I started doing more baseball. And I went to a very famous high school in Japan, one of the top 10. And I was scouting for a professional baseball player before I coming to United States. But somehow, that's not my life. I changed my mind and came to the United States.
Well, you know, certainly you've been very successful at your dream, and I bet that acting teacher has eaten his words many times over.
El que ha destruido tus sueños y nuestra familia lo pagará muy caro, te lo juro. Sí, te lo juro como ninja. Mi cuerpo, mi espíritu y mi alma volverán a mis sombras. A las sombras del ninja.
Por favor, el chico está enfermo, pero...
Señor Saito, si se lleva al muchacho, no puedo garantizarle protección.
Mi mujer ha muerto y usted me habla de protección. Mi mujer amaba este país, quiso venir aquí, empezar una nueva vida. Creía que este era un país libre. ¿Pero libre para qué? ¿Para matar? ¿Para violar a mujeres y a niños sin ser castigados? Pues le diré algo, señor policía. Si somos libres de hacer lo que queramos, soy libre para asegurarme que esos animales no queden impunes.
Lamento lo ocurrido, pero no se tome la justicia por su mano.
Y no intente detenerme, señor policía. ¿Me ha entendido?
You have 3 children now.
Yes.
2 of them have been in the films that you've made.
Yes, 3 movies.
Okay, Kane and Shane.
Shane, yes.
And I understand you have a little daughter too.
Yes.
All right, this is an important question because people who watch the program are very interested in children and training in the martial arts. We've
Yes.
done a series of programs about children in the martial arts. How early or at what age do you think children should start training in the martial arts?
Well,
This is your opinion.
my opinion, yes. Younger is better if you have a proper instructor. and he have to teach right way. If wrong way, then he's going to get the bad habit. Later on, it's very tough to change it. So depend on the instructor. But reason why I taught my son 1.5 years, because I felt he has talent. And he was strange enough. When he was 6 months old, he started stand up. And without crying, just walk. And my wife and I talked to a few people. It's strange. This guy has strong legs, and it's never had before. So I thought to myself, since he did a little strange, so I would like to start a little younger. And when he was 4 years old, he was a very good martial artist.
Yo perdí una bici como esta.
A lo mejor es esta.
Sí,
sí,
parece
seguro.
verdad.
Anda,
Sí,
chica,
seguro que
es esta.
vamos.
Aparta de ahí, enano.
Sí, anda,
eso,
suéltala,
venga.
vamos.
Suéltala, te he dicho.
Míralo. Pobrecito.
Vámonos.
¡Toma ya!
Continúa, Sho, machácalo.
Hola, muchacho.
¿Nos vais a dejar pegar por ese enano?
Vamos.
I've seen many children that are talented.
Yeah.
I think probably some of it is in the genes, because a lot of the kids that I see who are very talented are children of martial arts teachers or practitioners.
Right.
And
Because they have time to
sure,
teach. Yes.
sure. You
yes.
have time at home.
Oh,
You can teach your kids anytime.
Right.
I'm wondering if you could. This is a question that I'm posed with by the audience on occasion. Can you compare martial arts in film with martial arts in the dojo in any way? Is there a comparison?
Well, it's quite different. The martial art on the film always have to exaggerate, because you have to think about always the camera. Camera angle is very important, and speed. Sometimes my kick is so quick, and sometimes camera doesn't catch. So I have to slow down and think about the different angle where I hit. On the other hand, the regular martial art, you don't have to worry about those kind of things. And mainly, strictly, exercise, self-defense. That's quite different, yes.
You know what I'd like? I'd like to hear a real New York welcome from Sho Kosugi.
Can ninjutsu styles, traditional ninjutsu styles, be found in the United States?
Well, I mentioned Mr. Stephen Hayes. Dr. Hatsumi taught him in Japan, I had. And he has been training, he has been studying. Actually, I don't know myself how good he is, and Dr. Hatsumi, but I respect because I always hear his names. But he is the only one I know of it. And maybe some ninja school in New York too. But I'm not familiar with different school in United States. About ninjutsu training still, I think to me it's more traditional and more secret, you know. So I was asked so many people, but I know how dangerous it is. If you teach wrong way, I don't want to teach for the money. And this is, to me, it's very serious since Uncle Yamamoto taught me a lot of stuff. So I would like to teach only my son as much as possible. And I'd like to stick to that.
Okay.
Yes.
You mentioned the danger involved. Do you have any suggestions for aspiring ninja in the audience?
Yes. I
things
have,
to tell them to watch out for?
Yes. Movie is fantasy. Looks so nice, so good. But behind the scene, I hurt so many times. I broke my shoulder, dislocated. I broke heels and elbow, fingers always. And each movie, if you finish, if I show my body all over bruise, it's not supposed to be hit, not supposed to be hit, but always happen. You know, it's not easy. It's stunt looks fantastic, but very, very hard. So for the audience, especially young audience, or say, wow, what a nice movement. Try to do it without knowledge. Even myself have a 30 years experience get hard. So young audience, if they're going to try to do it, definitely they're going to get hurt, you know. So make sure if they want to try to do it, get special instruction, you know, proper instruction from instructor, martial art, karate, or kendo, forever. Don't try to copy it. It's very dangerous.
So you have also studied karate, judo,
yes,
ninjutsu.
I have been, yes, doing about 9 different styles, yes.
Debes olvidar el pasado.
It was a pleasure to have you with us, Mr. Kosugi.
Thank you.
May the force be in you, because we know it's there, and all you've got to do is bring it out. Good night.
Good night.